The war in Iran continues to impact consumers across the U.S. A gallon of regular gas now costs an average of $4.48. Immediately before the war began, the average cost was $2.98. The economy will likely be a key topic during Vice President JD Vance's trip to Iowa today. He's campaigning for Republican Congressman Zach Nunn, who faces a competitive race in the midterms. CBS News senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe is in Des Moines this morning. Ed, great to see you. We hear the birds chirping, but what should Vance's visit to Iowa really signal to the rest of us?
Well, Errol, good to see you. You know, vice presidents don't come to early presidential caucus states by accident, and that is a big part of why we are here. But before you worry about J.D. Vance's future, he and the White House have to worry about current opposition to the war and how it's driving up prices at the pump.
Having the gas at this price, it puts people more into struggle to pay even rent, paying for car, for food. It adds up, you know?
Gas is now just over $4 a gallon here in Iowa, but prices have climbed across the Midwest in recent days, like $4.83 in Michigan and $4.78 in Indiana. It's sending President Trump's approval ratings falling.
I don't hear them talking about what they're actually going to do to make the gas prices go down.
On Monday, the president insisted again the high prices are temporary.
I see it going down very substantially when this is over.
Today, Vice President JD Vance is headed here to Iowa, where competitive races in at least 3 congressional districts this fall could decide control of the House of Representatives. Both parties believe this state, once again, up for grabs because of the economy.
Where are we economically? Where's the farmer?
The farmer, especially critical to the Iowa economy, is hurting.
So how's business?
Business is rough. Almost every farmer in Iowa will tell you that they've had difficult times.
Farmers like Aaron Lehman have taken several hits. First, tariffs, which shrunk global markets for Iowa corn, soybeans, and livestock. Then, the war with Iran caused the price of diesel and fertilizer to jump.
You're getting hit in all sorts of ways.
All of it's happening at the same time, and we're not responding to it well.
Lehman says recent tariff relief checks helped, but they weren't enough to cover rising costs.
So when this White House says it's the best friend a farmer has ever had, you say?
That doesn't say much about my friends, because people are out here hurting.
Aaron Lehman says that the rhetoric the president likes to talk about in terms of the golden age of agriculture just doesn't match up with reality here on the ground. He wants Iowa's members of Congress, all of them Republican, to do a better job of speaking up for farmers ahead of the midterms this November. Errol?
And it's an interesting dynamic, Ed, that farmers' voices will be heard in the midterms. You mentioned Vice President JD Vance and heading to Iowa is never really an accident. So what might this trip indicate about his political ambitions?
His team insists they're coming here at the White House's request because this Des Moines area district is one of those that is going to be competitive this November. Both parties eyeing it. This is an official event this afternoon focused on manufacturing and farming. But like we said, vice presidents who are thinking about their future do not come here by accident. We should point out, for example, Ted Cruz was here last week, which is a sign that, you know, there's a potential primary in the works come 2028. Elizabeth Warren will be here campaigning for a Democrat that's running for U.S. Senate in a few days. This is a state that all of them keep their eye on. And Democrats do genuinely believe, Errol, because of the rough economic condition of farmers, especially in this state, that it could very well swing back to at least being a swing state, a purple state, going into 2028.
Yeah, farmers always a key constituency. Ed O'Keefe in Des Moines. Thank you, Ed.